Okay, these earbuds genuinely made me question why some people are still spending $250 on AirPods. Because on paper these look like just another pair of budget earbuds. Nothing that immediately screams premium. But after using them for a few days, I started realizing something weird. The gap between budget earbuds and premium earbuds is getting way smaller than I expected. The sound is shockingly good, the ANC is better than I expected, and honestly, a few things here completely caught me off guard. But there's one feature in particular that completely changed the experience for me, and we'll get to that in a second. So I've been testing these side by side with much more expensive earbuds, including AirPods-style options and even premium Samsung buds. And to be honest, I really wasn't expecting much. Usually when earbuds are cheap, there's always some kind of catch. Maybe the sound is muddy. Maybe the battery life is disappointing. Maybe the fit becomes uncomfortable after 20 minutes. Or maybe the connection starts acting weird after a few days. That's usually how budget earbuds go. But surprisingly, these actually got a lot right. Not perfect. Definitely not flawless. But way more impressive than I expected. The first thing I noticed was the design. These genuinely don't feel cheap. The case has this clean matte finish that instantly makes them feel more premium, and the earbuds themselves actually feel solid in the hand. Nothing feels loose. Nothing feels flimsy. And honestly, that already puts them ahead of a lot of earbuds in this price range. But the fit surprised me even more. I wore these for a few hours straight, and I never really had that annoying pressure feeling that cheap earbuds usually give you. That's important, because some earbuds sound good for 10 minutes, and then your ears start begging for mercy. These are light, stable, and surprisingly secure. Even while walking around, they stayed in place better than I expected. And visually they honestly look way more premium than I expected. Especially once you compare them side by side with other earbuds around this price. Now let's talk about the thing that actually matters. The sound. And this is where things started getting really interesting. The bass is deep, but it doesn't completely overpower everything else. It's punchy, controlled, clean. Vocals also sound surprisingly clear, and instruments don't get completely lost like they do on a lot of cheaper earbuds. And honestly, the biggest surprise for me was the energy. A lot of budget earbuds sound flat and lifeless. These don't. Music actually feels exciting. Especially with hip-hop, EDM, and bass-heavy tracks, everything feels more alive than I expected. Now obviously, are these better than top-tier flagship earbuds? No. Let's be realistic. If you compare them directly against something ultra-premium, you'll still notice differences in detail and separation. But considering the price, this is honestly impressive. And for most casual users, I genuinely think these are more than good enough. Now let's talk about the ANC, because this is usually where budget earbuds completely fall apart. And honestly, this shocked me even more than the sound quality. Because the noise cancellation actually works. Fan noise gets reduced. Street noise becomes quieter. Background distractions fade away enough to make a real difference. And once music starts playing, you really stop noticing the outside world nearly as much. Now, is it AirPods Pro level ANC? Not completely. But honestly, it gets much closer than I expected at this price. And that's exactly why products like this are getting so popular right now. Transparency mode was also decent. Not the most natural transparency mode I've ever heard, but definitely usable. Voices still sounded fairly natural, and I didn't constantly feel like I needed to remove the earbuds every few minutes. Again, not perfect. but definitely more usable than I expected. Battery life has also been surprisingly solid. I never really felt stressed about charging these constantly, and honestly, that's one of the best compliments you can give earbuds. Because once you stop thinking about battery life completely, it means the product is doing its job properly. Connection stability was also surprisingly reliable. No random disconnects. No frustrating pairing problems. No weird lag issues while watching videos. And honestly, that already puts these ahead of some more expensive earbuds I've tested before. Everything just feels easy. And that matters way more than people think. Now obviously, these are not perfect. The microphone quality is decent, but in noisy places you'll definitely hear the difference compared to premium earbuds. And while the sound is really fun, audiophiles will probably still want more detail and better instrument separation. The app also isn't the most polished thing ever. It works fine. But it definitely doesn't feel ultra premium. And if you already own really high-end earbuds, this probably won't feel like some massive upgrade. But honestly, that's not even the point here. The point is that these get surprisingly close for way less money. Because a few years ago, earbuds this cheap simply did not sound this good. But now the gap between budget and premium audio keeps getting smaller every year. So after using these for a while, would I actually recommend them? Honestly, yes. Especially if you want premium level features without spending flagship level money. The sound is good. ANC is surprisingly capable. Battery life is solid. And overall the experience is way better than I expected. Are they perfect? No. But for the price they're seriously impressive. Honestly, earbuds at this price were not supposed to get this good.